Hey guys, a number of years ago, a really great friend of mine and I wrote this little book called The Sink, Radical Transformation with One Small Change. And it's been such a fun book just to see it kind of get in the hands of so many people who read it. It literally will take you 10 minutes to read this. And there's pictures and everything in it, so it makes it a pretty easy read. And it's based off of this true story that happened to me in an airport bathroom on one of my business trips. There was a guy there washing his hands, and as he got the paper towels at the end, he dried off his hands and he began to wipe down his sink, wiping down his counter. And it just looked odd. I mean, he was dressed in a really nice suit, really sharp looking guy, and it just looked odd that he was spending so much time wiping this public bathroom, this sink down. And I just kind of cracked a joke to him. I said, "You've been working here long?" And he looked over at me and he kind of smiled and he said, "It's not a bad idea to leave things a little better than how you found them." And he threw his paper towels away and he turned and he walked out of the bathroom. Obviously, I've never seen the guy again. And I remember I turned and got my paper towels and I was wiping my hands. And I'll be honest with you, I physically was not able to throw those paper towels away. And I turned for the first time, literally the first time in my life, to a public sink and the counter, and I began to quickly wipe down some of the water off the sink to leave it a little bit better for the next person that walked in there. And as I left there, I just began to think about that whole idea. What if everything I did, I left a little bit better? What if every conversation I left better? What if I left myself every day a little bit better than I was the day before? Right? What if we left others around us better? What if we left the environment around us a little bit better? And my partner Darren and I, we began to talk about this and began to kind of talk about this story and this principle. And we came up with the sink principle. And it truly is a transformational principle that if people took it seriously, it's such a simple principle. But if you took it seriously, this has the ability to change everything. It can change organizations. It can change culture. It can change individual lives. It can change marriages. It can change everything in a person's life if they took it seriously. So it's basically an acronym that we put together that's, I think, a pretty powerful acronym. And it really turns into being this philosophy of life. Here it is very quickly. The S stands for seek the need. In other words, don't just wait for the need to show up in your face, but always be looking around. Are there needs around there? With yourself, with others, with the environment around you? Are there things you can do to make things a little better wherever you go? Could you imagine if everybody began to have the mindset of seeking the needs around them at all times? And then, not just seeking the needs and seeing them, but now invest yourself. Take a few moments, whatever you can, and try to invest yourself into that need. What can you do to minimize that need? What can you do to help, to make things a little bit better? Investing your time, your energy, your resources, whatever that might be. What can I do? And then if I can, nullify the need. No, don't just do a little. If I can actually solve it or fix it, do that. Go ahead and take that time and do that if you can. But nullify the need to the best of your ability. Make some contribution to the reduction of the needs around us. And then this next one is what makes it a philosophy of life. It's a principle of life. Keep it going. In other words, I'm not doing my good deed for the day. You'll hear people say that. Or, hey, there's your good deed for the week. No, this is much more powerful than that. This is I keep it going. That as I see the needs, because I'm seeking them out, I'm then investing myself and I'm nullifying them as best I can. And if I keep doing that as a way of life, everything begins to change. My life begins to change. My health, my value, my relationships all begin to grow over time. It's radical transformation with one small change. See, I begin to impact the lives of other people. I begin to impact my family, my friends, my team, my colleagues. And I begin to impact the environment around me by maybe picking some things up, volunteering for certain things. Anyway, you might check the book out. It's a great read. We love when people buy those and buy them in bulk and just buy a copy for everybody in their organization. But this video is mainly about introducing you to the principle. to this philosophy of life, the SYNC principle. It's all about radical transformation through one small change, a little bit at a time, over many, many years, has the power to change everything.